My people, something big just came out, and the politicians are shaking. A top secret intelligence document has been leaked. It wasn't meant for your eyes, it wasn't meant for the public, but now it is out, and it revealed the real reason Nigeria politicians are scared of IPO. Not because of violence, not because of sit at home, but because of a silent revolution. Because of IPOB is now more than just a movement, it is a political earthquake. The leak file is titled Q4 Internal Threat Review, IPOB Intelligence Watch March 2025. This is an actual briefing for top military and political officials. It says, and I quote, IPOB has successfully transitioned from the ethnic pressure group to a threat with a deep root in local and international circles. The group now shapes narratives, influence youth ideology, and undermine federal control in the Southeast region. Let me break down in simple words. Let me break that down in simple words. This document is saying IPOB is now controlling the heart and mind of millions. It is not about guns anymore. It is about influence, about control of the narrative, about Nnamdi Kanu becoming a symbol like Mandela or Michael X. And this is what they fear. Three reasons they fear IPOB. Let's break it down. According to the report, Nigeria politicians fear IPOB for three major reasons. One, control over the youth. The report says over 70% of Igbo youth now align with IPOB ideology. Not because they were forced, but because they believe Nigeria has failed them. They believe Nnamdi Kanu is their voice. They believe Biafra represents justice. In a country where unemployment is high and hope is low, IPOB gives many young people direction and identity. This is dangerous to the status quo because when you control the mind of the youth, you control the future. International sympathy. The document revealed that IPOB has reached diplomatic heirs in the UK, US, Germany, and Canada. 3. Nnamdi Kanu's unbroken spirit. Despite being locked up since 2021, despite torture, isolation, and physiological pressure, Nnamdi Kanu has not backed down. The report says his imprisonment has not weakened IPOB. In fact, it made it stronger. Quote from the intelligence leak. Kanu remained a unifying figure even in detention. His influence is absolute, all strategic command traced back to him. That's deep. He is not on the street, but he's still in control. That is what scared them. 4. The secret strategy meeting. Let me tell you what happened after the leak. According to the source, a special emergency security meeting was held. Agenda: how do we counter IPOB's ideological influence? Some of the strategies discussed were flooding the media with fake stories to discredit IPOB, funding new youth groups to distract attention, increasing surveillance on diaspora supporters, delaying Kanu case deliberately to wear people out. Now ask yourself, is this democracy or is this fear in high places? They know they can't kill an idea, but they are trying to slow it down. Part 5. The power of a peaceful movement. Let's be honest, IPOB has had its controversial moments, but the truth is, in 2025, it is not the same group from 2017. IPOB today is more disciplined, more structured, and more strategic. They have legal teams, media, branches, and community arms. They are operating like a government in waiting. And that is the real threat to Abuja, not bombs, not riot, but organization. This is what makes IPOB hard to defeat. You can't shoot down an idea. You can't arrest a movement of millions. You can't stop people from believing. Why should we care about this leak intelligence? Because it proved that IPOB is not just a media story. It is a risk force, respected and feared even in the highest offices. It also showed that the government is watching you. Yes, you watching this video. because ideas spread through video like this. So, what now? Should we be scared? No. We should be focused. We should be strategic and we should be united. Nnamdi Kanu's vision is not about war. It is about dignity, identity, and freedom. And that is why he must be released. If you support truth, justice, and freedom, share this video, drop a comment, free Kanu now. Subscribe for more fearless exposes. You won't believe this, but part of the report was read out loud during a phone call between two officials, and it was recorded. The audio has now gone viral in private circle, but the media is afraid to hear it. Here is what an official said. If Kanu come out now, the whole country will shake. He is more dangerous now than ever. Another reply, we are not dealing with a man. We are dealing with a might. We made him a symbol by jailing him. Now you see, even his enemy admits they have created a legend. Nnamdi Kanu is not just a name. He is now a story, a symbol, and a spirit. That means the protest in London, the petition in France, the conference in New York, they are all working because they are putting pressure on the Nigerian government to either act or collapse. If you are in diaspora, share this video to all your contacts. Forward it to NGOs and international bodies. Keep the pressure on. The coming storm. The leak reports end with a warning. If IPOB is not naturalized ideologically by 2026, we risk facing a full-blown separatist revolution led not by weapons, but by global legitimacy. In other words, they are afraid Biafra may rise, not by words, but by recognition. That is the ultimate fear. And that is why they fear Nnamdi Kanu. That is why they fear IPOB. That is why they fear you. Because truth is power. And once the people wake up, the system begins to fall. If you want to see change, not change, like this video, comment freedom can't be jailed. Subscribe for more truth. Share this now to 10 people. This is not just a video. This is evidence, and history is watching. Behind closed doors, one word keep the government up at night. Referendum. Why? Because they know that if the Southeast hold a peaceful referendum, just like Scotland or Catalonia, the result may shock the world. The leak report say we must prevent any scenario that mimics the South Sudan or Scotland model, as it could legitimize IPOB in global eyes. This means Abuja is afraid of democracy when it doesn't benefit them. But IPOB isn't even asking for war. They are asking for a vote. One man, one voice, one ballot. So why fear the people's will? Because the system knows if you let the East decide freely, they may walk away. That is the fear. Comment below. Let the East vote. Share this to every Igbo WhatsApp group and diaspora community. Why governors keep silent? Now, let's talk about Southeast leaders, governors, senators, traditional rulers. Why are many of them quiet, even when Nnamdi Kanu suffers in DSS custody? Because they are being watched too. The report say we are monitoring interactions between elected Igbo officials and IPOB sympathizers. In short, if an Igbo politician supports IPOB or Kanu publicly, they risk losing federal funding, facing EFCC harassment, being labeled as terrorists. It is not silence by choice, it is silence by fear. But here is the truth. No matter how quiet they stay, the people know who really stand for justice. The role of the DSS, the Department of State Service, DSS, play a central role in the fear campaign. According to the leak, DSS has increased online surveillance of IPOB page, phone taping of diaspora supporters, secret arrest of activities in the Southeast. There is even a new internal operation called Silent Hammer, designed to track and disrupt IPOB international donation. This is not fiction. This is straight from government files. They are afraid not just of IPOB force, but of its reach. This part may surprise you. The leaked intelligence showed that IPOB supporters are entering tech space. From blockchain developers to cyber security specialists, Igbo youth are using tech as resistance. There is a growing risk that pro-IPOB youth in fintech and coding space may build alternative infrastructure outside federal control. Let me break it down. They are afraid of a Biafran separate coin, a secure IPOB communication app, centralized media platforms. Once you can bypass the system become weak. That is why the fear is growing, not just politically, but digitally. If you are into tech, use it for truth. Comment Digital Biafra if you support this tech resistance. Do you know that three foreign media houses are currently preparing major expose on Nnamdi Kanu? The leaked file states IPOB Media Relation Unit is actively engaging foreign journalists with high-level documentation. Translation: the world is beginning to see the truth. Soon, the same foreign press that once ignored the Biafran struggle will publish details, report, interview survivors, expose Nigeria dirty secret, and once it hits CNN, BBC, or Al Jazeera, this story changed forever. This is what Nigeria politicians fear most: global embarrassment. We end this part with a big question. What happened next? The government will keep playing dirty, fake news, delay that is, fear. But the truth is this: IPOB is no longer just a movement. It is now a mirror reflecting Nigeria's failure. And that mirror is growing bigger every day. No matter how many secrets they hide, no matter how long they hold Kanu, no matter how much propaganda they push, the people are awake. The world is watching, and history is ready to change. Like this video, share to 10 group comment. The truth will win. Subscribe for more fearless truth.